yeah. Look, so I was one of those guys who never really had problems sleeping at all. Like, honestly, I would just shut my eyes and then 2 minutes later I'm asleep, or I'd hit the pillow and then I'd be knocked out. I was always like that. But then when I moved to Canada about 2.5 years ago, I started having problems sleeping. Like, I try to fall asleep and then 2 or 3 hours later I'd still be awake and I couldn't sleep. I had such bad sleep that I used to wake up the next day and then I'd be super dizzy. I couldn't focus. I felt like I was on another planet. I remember like just going to school, and every morning I would have English class first, and then I'd be so tired, like I had to sleep every class. I couldn't not sleep. I just had to sleep. But now I have the best sleep ever. Dude, I literally shut my eyes, I hit the pillow, and I'm out. There was even one time I was in Germany with my girlfriend, and then she went to the bathroom for 2 minutes. Legit 2 minutes. She came back, I was asleep with fucking spit coming out of my mouth. It's crazy how fast I fall asleep now. And not only do I fall asleep fast, I actually have really good sleep. Like, I wake up and I'm super refreshed. I'm full of energy. I could wake up, fucking jump, do a somersault, and do 20 million push-ups. That's how much energy I have when I wake up now. Now, I want to share my experiences and what I think will help you fall asleep faster. I'm not some fucking bullshit science guy who says stuff like, oh, don't drink caffeine 2 minutes before going to sleep. If it's in sleep gear, buy medication for sleep. No, I'm not one of those guys. I'm legit. I'm a fucking idiot, basically. I don't know any scientific things. I'm bro science. I'm just showing you what works for me, and then maybe you can implement it in your life, okay? So anyways, let's just get right into it. So tip number one that I have for you is keep your room dark. There are some motherfuckers out there who sleep with like lights shining in their face. I don't know how they do it. With me, I need my room to be completely dark. I can't have any lights shining in my face at all. It just really annoys me, and I can't sleep if there's light. So keep your room pitch black. I've tried sleeping with lights on before, and yes, you do fall asleep eventually, but if you have your room completely dark, it'll make you fall asleep faster and you'll have better sleep. Just what works for me. Actually, I did some research on this, and it even shows that even a candle light in your room can affect your sleep. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, I would say. Tip number two I have is, your temperature doesn't really matter. I've seen studies say stuff like, keep your room at 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. But to be honest, I've tried that and it didn't really affect my sleep in any way. I would just say keep your room at a temperature that you're comfortable with. I mean, obviously, if you sleep in a temperature that's too hot or too cold, like, you're gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna be trying to change the temperature. You're gonna be moving around, fucking I don't know if you've ever done this, but whenever the pillow used to get hot, I just like flip it to the other side to make it nice and cold. Just sleep in whatever temperature you feel is right for you, and that will really help with your sleep. So tip number three, the next point that I have is try to exercise every day. I notice that whenever I exercise, I tend to get much better sleep during the night. Like, I fall asleep faster, I have much better sleep, and my sleep is a lot deeper than usual. And to be honest, when I do cardio, I get much better sleep than just when I'm weightlifting. Like, yeah, okay, weightlifting helps you with your sleep, but if you do cardio, that's like next level. That's gonna fucking put you into hibernation. Honestly, I'd say around 20 to 30 minutes of cardio is fine. Like, you don't need to do anything more than that. Even walking helps you. Like, what I'm doing right now is I do 20 minutes on the treadmill, just 15 incline. I put it on 3 speed and I'm just walking. I don't run or anything, and trust me, it sounds like I'm doing pussy cardio, but actually it's pretty hard. Like, it actually gets you going, man. So try that. Okay, tip number 4, and honestly, I think this is the biggest reason why my sleep is so good now, and that is your diet. So when I switched into the diet that I'm doing right now, I noticed the changes instantly. It's made the most impact in my sleep and my energy levels when I wake up, honestly. So the diet that I'm on right now, well, it shouldn't even be called a diet. It's just natural foods, like whole foods that people should be eating on a day-to-day basis. Like, I don't understand why it's called a diet when it's really what we should be eating. It's healthy food, but people are so used to eating fucking processed stuff, a shit ton of processed carbs and all this bullshit. So what I'm doing right now is a high protein, high fat diet. I'm very low on carbs. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but for me, what I've noticed is, like, I have much better focus. I don't have any brain fog. My energy levels are super high. I don't don't get any more crashes. Like I don't take naps during the day anymore because my energy levels are so high. But if I do eat carbs, like I'll get carbs from fruits, vegetables, and either white rice or sourdough. That's pretty much it. And when you're buying stuff, and if it's packaged, make sure you're always checking the ingredients, because most of the time you're gonna see bullshit ingredients like corn syrup or some emulsifiers, some shit like that. So make sure you always check your ingredients. Actually, I'm gonna leave a list in the description if you want to see what you can eat that's healthy for you and that's gonna help you with your sleep and energy levels. And also, I've seen a lot of videos online where they talk about don't eat an hour or 2 hours before bed because that's gonna like mess up your digestion. But to be honest, I never really had a problem with that on this diet. So if you're eating like this, food timing doesn't really matter. What I would say though is avoid sugar at all costs. In general, sugar is horrible for you, and what I've noticed in my sleep is when I have sugar before sleeping, I have a much harder time actually going to sleep. And when I wake up, I feel like shit, like no energy at all. And I wake up with like maybe a bad stomach or diarrhea or something. So avoid sugar, all costs. This next tip is actually a killer too. So it's reading before you go to bed. If you really have a hard time sleeping and you can't like get tired, dude, if you read for 20 minutes, just 20 minutes, you're gonna go into hibernation. Like you're gonna be so tired, you're just like, while reading, I swear to God. Honestly, when I can't sleep and I start reading, I get so tired, it's like I haven't slept in 2 days. So reading is a fucking hack if you're trying to fall asleep faster. Or if you can't get yourself tired, just read. It could be anything. Don't read on your phone. Like actually get a book and start reading a book. Honestly, the best tips I could give you in this video are those two. So read and change your diet up. Those are the best tips I can give you, and they're gonna help you the most. I have one last tip here, and that's to avoid alcohol. Yes, alcohol makes you tired, and a lot of people use it to help them sleep. But the problem with alcohol is that when you do sleep, you don't get good quality sleep. You'll notice when you wake up from alcohol, you're super tired, you feel dizzy, you can't even walk straight, and you just feel like shit. You feel like you can't breathe properly, like it's like that when you're on alcohol. Like back in my degenerate days, I used to drink alcohol, and I'd think to myself, oh, I'm gonna have such an amazing sleep tonight because I drank, and you know, I thought I slept good by drinking alcohol, but no, that's not the truth. The truth is you sleep better by changing your diet and by exercising and by reading. That's it. That's the top 3 tips that I can give you, actually. Not the top 2, top 3. Those are the best tips I can give you. So do that, and I guarantee your sleep is going to be much better. You're going to feel more energetic when you wake up in the morning. You're going to fucking jump, do somersaults, and do 20 million push-ups when you wake up in the morning. I swear to God. All right, that's all I have for today. As always, I'm rooting for you. I believe in you, and I love you.